Good morning. My name is Myles Swigart. I am a first theologian at Mundelein, studying for the Diocese of Wichita, Kansas. And I've been given the blessing of serving this parish for the next 4 years. I would like to begin this by speaking briefly about how it is that a man from the middle of nowhere in Kansas spent the last 4 years in Dallas and will spend the next 4 at Mundelein in order to become a priest. I am the youngest of 3, and I grew up in Greensburg, Kansas. Growing up, I loved sports, and I was very athletic. I played baseball, football. I rode a bike and rollerbladed every day. I started doing karate when I was 4, and I'm a black belt now. In high school, I was being trained to be a ballroom, Latin, and swing dance instructor, and that's actually what I was going to do with my life. So I was very active, and I loved to have adventures and to have excitement. I did not like school, and while I struggled to decide on what I would do with my life, I knew that whatever it was, I would not be going to college. At a young age, I felt a draw to the priesthood. When everything else quickly lost its novelty, it alone was able to keep me interested. But I always resisted it for 2 main reasons. I was afraid of doing 8 years of school, and I have a stammer. And I always pushed away the priesthood because I knew that it would be impossible for me to ever do. When I was 14, however, I had an unexpected experience. I went to confession, and it was an experience which would change the direction of my life. I nervously confessed everything, and instead of judgment and rebukes, I was treated with kindness and understanding. And I realized in that moment that no matter what I had done, God loved me for who I am and not what I do. And despite everything, God still wanted to be in my life. And I was reconciled to Him in that moment. And in that moment of reconciliation, I also experienced an invitation to belong entirely to Christ through celibacy, to be a spiritual father whose primary concern each day is the spiritual welfare of those souls which God has entrusted to him. And I trusted that despite my legitimate concerns, if this was God's will, it would all work out. I entered the seminary 4 years ago, and I found to my surprise that I loved the University of Dallas, which is where I was sent to study philosophy. And I learned that through practice and the resources at the seminary, I could speak well. God has never taken away my causes for worry, but He has always used them to prove how much greater He is than all of them. And now I am here with the great joy of beginning my time of service at this wonderful and beautiful parish. I'm here because I desire to serve the people of God as a priest. The priesthood exists for the sake of the laity. It is all about bringing the laity to heaven by bringing them the sacraments and being a spiritual father throughout their lives. I desire to serve you, to be with you in your greatest moments in life and in your most difficult. To be that sign, that constant sign of God's unconditional love for you. And that is why we are all here, And so, while I know it is always difficult, and this year especially, I ask that you consider offering donations for your future priests of the Archdiocese. We desire to serve you for our entire lives, but while we are doing it for you, we cannot do it without you. May God bless all of you, and Mary keep you.